What's up YouTube? It's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I have a bit of so today's video I have another top 5 video. So we all know that the Money in the Bank ladder match can change the careers can change the career of a superstar when he or she wins it. We have had exactly 22 ladder matches since its inception back in 2005. So that's literally 14 years. 14 years. We have had this match, and out of all 22, 81% of those cash-ins have been successful. So with the next set of ladder matches, we're almost guaranteed a new champion. Of course, too, there has been a few superstars who have failed to cash in the briefcase. Obviously, John Cena, Damien Sandow, Baron Corbin, and also Braun Strowman as well. So, with that being said, here are the top 5 greatest cash-ins in WWE history. So, kicking off this list at number 5, my opinion, was one of the greatest of all time. The very first Money in the Bank cash-in was Edge in 2006. Yes, New Year's Revolution, 2006. Truly, this was a historic moment because at that time the World Heavyweight Championship was on Raw, and the WWE title was on SmackDown. But when the 2005 draft lottery came around and the titles swapped brands, Edge had the opportunity to cash in the briefcase on the WWE title. He ended up doing that in January of 2006, and he cashed it in on John Cena after he successfully defended the WWE title inside the Elimination Chamber. So hands down, Edge 2006. My opinion, greatest cash-in of all time. So moving up at number 4 is Alexa Bliss from last year's Money in the Bank. Yes, so if you guys don't know, Alexa Bliss won the Money in the Bank ladder match last year, only to cash it in that same night. And if you guys don't know, Ronda Rousey challenged Nia Jax for the Raw Women's title, and Alexa Bliss forced a disqualification. So, with that, Ronda lost her opportunity. Alexa Bliss cashed in her briefcase on Nia Jax and became a 3-time Raw Women's Champion. So, moving on at number 3. Honestly, I think that's a hard one, but I'm gonna have to pick CM Punk in 2009. I think that was like one of his biggest cash-ins, especially on arguably one of the greatest champions of all time in Jeff Hardy. And that was when he turned heel. If you guys don't know, CM Punk had a pretty decent heel run from that night all the way to Money in the Bank July 2011, I believe. Yeah, until 2011. That was when he turned into a babyface of sorts, and he won the WWE title. But of course, CM Punk, being that this was his second cash-in back-to-back, he cashed it in on Jeff Hardy to win the World Heavyweight Championship after he defeated Edge in a TLC match for said title. Of course, too, this was highly controversial because a lot of fans was not expecting that to happen, but a lot of the fans actually wanted Jeff Hardy to retain. So moving up at number 2 is Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler cashing in the Money in the Bank briefcase the night after WrestleMania in 2013. Now, of course, too, both Dolph Ziggler and Big E had challenged Daniel Bryan and Kane for the WWE Tag Team titles that prior night at WrestleMania, and although they failed to win the titles, Dolph Ziggler did not fail to cash in his briefcase. He cashed in his briefcase on Alberto Del Rio to win the World Heavyweight Championship, and that pretty much transitioned him from being a heel to a babyface from that night all the way up until all the way up until he, like, maybe a year and a half ago, where he literally like he was like I guess he went from a babyface to a heel basically just by going on social media saying that he didn't need the fans anymore and whatnot. And so yeah, that was probably one of his best runs as world champion. Sad to say, after what happened to Drew McIntyre, after what Drew McIntyre did to Dolph Ziggler, it's sad to say that we might not see Dolph Ziggler anymore. Of course, too, he is still under contract with WWE, but I've been hearing rumors that he's actually going to ask for his release. And if that rumor is true, hey, you know what? That's his decision. So before we get to the number one, there are two honorable mentions that are on the list. So the first one is Carmella cashing in her briefcase on the SmackDown Live after WrestleMania. Now this was when now of course too, we all knew James Ellsworth got involved and helped her out, and this with this cash in, she had help from the Iconics when they were making their SmackDown Live debut, and sorry about that, guys. I'm a little tired. When Charlotte Flair broke Asuka's streak, yeah, and that was when the Iconics attacked Charlotte Flair. Carmella came out, cashed in her briefcase, becomes SmackDown Women's Champion, holds on to the title all the way to SummerSlam last year. And yeah, that was probably one of the best runs she had ever. That was arguably the best run she had ever had, in my opinion. But of course, too, this was just an honorable mention because the cash in was 100% expected. And then the second one would have to be the cash in involving Daniel Bryan. Yes, Daniel Bryan wins the Money in the Bank briefcase in 2011, and cashes it in on the Big Show at TLC to win the World Heavyweight title. Of course, he held on to the title from that night all the way until WrestleMania 28. Again, the heels, man, the heels. So moving up at number one on the list, as Michael Cole called it, the heist of the century. Yes, Seth Rollins cashes in Money in the Bank on the night of WrestleMania. So the main event from that night was Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar for the WWE title. Prior to that, back in January that year, at the Royal Rumble, Roman Reigns wins the Royal Rumble match. He faces Brock Lesnar for the WWE title. Excuse me. Ooh, coffee. Damn. And then as the match progresses, both men completely knocked out. Seth Rollins comes in, cashes in his briefcase, makes the match a triple threat, and pins Roman Reigns to win the WWE title. He actually held on to the title from that night all the way up until he had to relinquish the title due to an injury in October of 2015. And he was out from that night up until June of 2016. So it was a pretty interesting run that Seth had, but it was actually a very controversial one because a lot of people actually had expected Roman Reigns to win, only because Brock Lesnar had held the WWE title hostage. Alright guys, so that is going to do it for the top 5. Let me know in the comments below using the hashtag MITB. Let me know using the hashtag in the comments below what was your all-time favorite Money in the Bank cash in. Because for me, my favorite, the Heist of the Century. That was one of my personal favorites. Again, let me know in the comments below. And that's going to do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, smash that thumbs up button. And if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. And turn on the post notification bell so you guys do not miss out on any new content that comes your way. Of course, too, I do have a lot planned for the next couple months. So look forward to that. And on that, this is your boy Nash signing out.